The United States is noted for inventing spectacular technologies that the world has never seen before, or for using some in everyday tasks to make residents' lives easier. Certain technological advancements are also utilized as weapons of mass devastation. It was recently uncovered that the US Navy has been doing background research. They have now admitted that they have built something so advanced that it cannot be stopped. What is the military machine developed by the US Navy? Would this spark a revolt among our other nations? The United States Navy, as a prominent part of the United States Armed Forces, is tasked with managing and defending the country at sea, as well as providing seaborne assistance to other U.S. military branches. It also ensures general security wherever the United States' interests reach as far as the oceans are concerned. The U.S. Navy ships are built to combat any incoming threat to assure effectiveness in their tasks at sea, including those that may emerge in the next decades. As a result, the ships are outfitted with various advanced and survivability technologies. As technology advances, newer warships are developed. One of the most recent additions to the Navy is the USS Zumwalt. The USS Zumwalt is known as the biggest and most technologically advanced surface combatant to dominate the seas in the entire world. This warship is the lead ship equipped with the next-generation multi-mission destroyers invented to solidify naval power on the seas. It comprises a state-of-the-art electric propulsion system stealth design, wave-piercing tumble-home hull, and the latest war-fighting technology and weaponry installed inside it. The Zumwalt-class destroyer can perform a range of deterrence, sea control, command, and control missions and power projection while allowing the Navy to experiment with new systems and missions. This glorious ship has all these groundbreaking features at hand and at the same time maintains its stealth, making the visually imposing ship difficult to spot whether it's far out in the seas or close to the shore. The features installed in this war machine would allow the US Navy to meet maritime missions at sea and implement new technologies that would help meet emerging security environments. These new technologies are being tested for efficiency on other US warships. One is a laser weapon that can destroy an aircraft in mid-flight. The US Navy has been inventing laser weapons and testing them in case there's a need to make necessary upgrades and tweaks. As new warships have been created, some of these technologies must be equipped for better defense, which is why the test was carried out. The test was conducted on a US Navy warship in the Gulf of Aden. The warship could fire on a floating target with this high laser weapon. This test was an exhibition of the solid-state laser. The technology maturation laser weapon system demonstrator was installed on the San Antonio-class amphibious transport dock USS Portland. It was tested to see if these mounted lasers could defend ships from small boats and uncrewed vessels. Images and videos shown by the Navy Pacific Fleet depicted the amphibious transport dock ship executing a first system-level implementation for the high-energy class solid-state laser to put in the aerial drone aircraft out of commission. The images show the laser emerging from the warship's deck. A short video clip of the aftermath was also taken, showing what appears to be the drone burning. When the Navy Pacific Fleet posted the clips, the exact location of where the test was carried out was absent from the post. It only indicated that the test occurred in the Pacific on May 16th. The weapon's power was not disclosed either. The references to a 2018 report from the International Institute for Strategic Studies postulated that it's likely to be a 150 kilowatt laser. Conducting advanced sea tests against UAVs and small crafts was a giant leap in technological innovations, as it will help the US Navy and Armed Forces as a whole to obtain excellent information about the capabilities of the solid-state laser weapon system demonstrator against potential threats. Captain Kerry Sanders, the commanding officer of Portland, where the laser weapon was tested, also agreed to this as he made a similar statement. It continued in his statement, "With this new advanced capability, we are redefining war at sea for the Navy. The Navy wants to implement these lasers, which it also refers to as directed energy weapons, because the laser technology can serve as effective defenses against drones or smaller armed boats." This was addressed in the statement from the Navy Pacific Fleet, saying the development and implementation of directed energy weapons like the LWSD give effective warfighter benefits and provide the commander with increased decision space and response preferences. Laser tests like these are not just happening for the first time, as a live-fire exercise of a 30-kilowatt laser weapon was carried out earlier in 2017 aboard the amphibious transport ship USS Ponce, located in the Persian Gulf. At the time, Lieutenant Cale Hughes, a laser weapons system officer, explained how they work. Hughes described it as a machine that throws a massive volume of photons at an incoming object. He said in a statement, "We don't worry about wind. We don't worry about range. We don't worry about anything else. We're able to engage the target at the speed of light." However, this technology benefits warships like the USS Portland, situated in the Gulf of Aden. This is because vessels in this area and surrounding waters encounter growing threats from not only manned watercraft but also unmanned systems. One such example of the threats around this area is the drone boats filled with explosives used by Iranian-backed Houthi rebels. Vessels in this area also face aerial threats from flying drones. The high-energy laser weapon system on the USS Portland was tested recently. It was first tested in May 2020 when used successfully against an uncrewed aerial vehicle or sailing in the Pacific. The laser weapon system demonstrator equipped on the USS Portland is a more effective follow-on system constructed based on observations the Navy retained from testing the 30-kilowatt laser system aboard the USS Ponce in the 5th Fleet Area of Responsibility. However, this laser weapon system and laser weapon system demonstrator are not only directed energy technologies the United States Navy has been looking to implement as it modernizes its combat systems. The Sea Service has also been making plans towards the high-energy laser integrated optical dazzler and surveillance, also known as the Helios system. It is a less powerful laser weapon system that could equip the Navy's Arleigh-Burke-class destroyers. Also, this kind of work is not only limited to the Navy. The development and implementation of laser weapon systems, much like developing hypersonic missiles, has become a center of attraction for war-fighting units in all military sectors as they divert their attention to great power competition and the probability of a high-intensity conflict. Subsequently, more prototypes are being manufactured, but one produced by Lockheed Martin is still regarded as the most powerful. Lockheed Martin has steadily delivered weapons and military-grade equipment to the Department of Defense. Still, the recent delivery of the most potent combat laser ever made takes the cake. This has been a wish of the United States military, as all sectors of the country's armed forces has been striving to develop machinery that would block all aerial threats like mortars, rocket drones, and missiles. Now the new Lockheed Martin combat laser system has granted their wishes, having been the most powerful of all military-grade lasers seen to date. Modern warfare has brought about different new and emerging threats, several of which need a completely different approach to defense. The increase of modern war machines, such as off-the-shelf drones, to cutting-edge hypersonic missiles has ushered in a new era. These new technologies will make the skies deadly and cause the world's militaries to develop new technologies and several other intelligent ways to counter these increasingly effective tactics. A wonderful example of this technology can be found in Israel. The Middle Eastern nation is home to an Iron Dome rocket system. This technology protects the country from airborne threats. Israel has continued there, however, as the nation has started testing and implementing an anti-drone, anti-missile laser system called the Iron Beam. The case is similar to the United States, as the Air Force and Navy are currently testing these systems, although the timeline for actual field deployment has yet to be stated. Most of these systems vary from approximately 60 kilowatts of power, which can render drones up to Class 3 useless, even though Class 3 drones are about 1,300 pounds. The Iron Beam system, in its case, brags an even more substantial 100 kilowatts of overall power that can counter enemy rockets and mortars in the sky and knock them down. With this newly delivered system, Lockheed Martin has broken ground in performance levels, ensuring a new era in laser defense. This new era is spearheaded by Lockheed Martin, is the new 300 kilowatt laser system built by the aerospace company. The new Lockheed Martin invention uses a Star Wars Death Star approach to launch its ultra-high-powered light beam. The laser employs a series of smaller individual lasers broken into their component wavelengths and then gathers those different beams into one huge and powerful beam of missile-blasting light. According to the aerospace company, this spectral beamer combined high-energy laser architecture technology is at the heart of Lockheed's capability to deliver such a powerful system. Lockheed Martin increased the power and efficiency and reduced the weight and volume of continuous wave high-energy lasers, which reduces the risk for future fielding efforts of high-power laser weapon systems, said Rick Cordaro, Vice President of Lockheed Martin Advanced Product Solutions, in a statement from the defense manufacturing company. The same statement also notes that this laser system is not the only high-powered combat laser weapon the company has delivered. This aerospace company also took pride in its statement when it noted that the contractor made a speedy delivery ahead of the schedule that the Department of Defense first set when they were given the go-ahead to begin work on the project in 2019. When the aerospace company was asked how the Department of Defense could utilize this new laser technology to its maximum potential, a release from Lockheed Martin Corporation stated, "This 300 kilowatt class laser is ready to integrate with the Department of Defense demonstration efforts, including the U.S. Army's indirect fires protection capability, high-energy laser demonstrator laser weapon system." There is no specific time or date for field deployment, much as prior laser systems have been tested and assessed by the United States Armed Forces. Instead, the systems will go through a rigorous review period by the U.S. Army before possibly making their way to the field and being utilized by troops in all their glory. The HELSI laser will help the Army's IFPC-HEL demonstration operations. The company discusses the planned laboratory and field testing timeline this year. With this much power, the new Lockheed Martin 300 kilowatt laser is anticipated to destroy even the most powerful missile systems, including hypersonic missiles. With the constant developments in such systems by forces worldwide, it would only be a matter of time until lasers with this power level began to appear on 21st century battlefields. That is our video for today. We hope you like it. Share all of your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Well, that's all for now. This is Big Tech Media. See you again tomorrow. Keep in mind to like, share, and subscribe.